Imagine being able to make money effortlessly without having to waste time or having to be doing something. This is possible thanks to passive income. Today we'll go through 4 passive income ideas for game developer that you will be able to start applying right after watching the video. Now let's start. 1. Long-term games. As you probably already know, most games revenue come from 2 main sources, ads and in-app purchases, basically some currency or some stuff that is directly bought with real money. When I say long-term games, I mean games that can be played endlessly. For example, if you make a game, a history game, basically a game that has its own story, players, once they completed the story, that by the way, you aren't gonna be able to, I think, put a lot of advertisements or a lot of in-app purchases in, for example, a story game. Once they have completed the story, they will just uninstall the game, and you wouldn't have earned a lot of money with that. So you really have to start thinking on the long term and start creating games that are actually gonna be profitable in the near future and that will actually be able to survive, let's say, in the long term. And if a game survives in the long term, monetization revenue will also do. Because if people is constantly watching at your ads that the game has, if people is constantly buying the items that you offer for real money, it means that you will have money for your lifetime. And now, of course, you may be thinking, how can you achieve creating long-term games? So what I really recommend you to do is to start looking at companies such as Voodoo, and what they create is hyper casual and also hybrid casual games in most cases. So you can start creating these kind of games that are a little bit quite simple to create but quite addictive at the same time. For example, the pretty good example that they have recently launched and was a hit game is Block Jump 3D. As you can see, it's a kind of match 3 game. Well, they have some interesting tweaks. As you can see, it has tons of downloads. But basically, start looking at these examples that are, let's say, reasonably easy to create, and start actually paying attention to the monetization tricks that they use and how they make the game progress so that their game survives over time. Because basically what it creates is an infinite level system. Basically, you can play as many levels as you want because there is a logic behind that will always create new levels, for example. So they don't, for example, create just 15, 20 levels. No, they make the game always loop. And by doing that, they will always have ad revenue, in-app purchases, etc. So I really recommend you to start paying attention. And the 2, let's say, most viral game genres at the moment, hyper casual and hybrid casual games. And you can start by looking at, for example, Voodoo as one of the leading companies in this genre, but there are also lots of other interesting games that you can take a look at. 2. Personal brand. Basically, a personal brand is a collection of different profiles in different social media platforms where the product that is sold isn't just a physical product that you can sell. For example, McDonald's sells hamburgers. Well, in a personal brand, the product is yourself. Basically, people will follow you not because of what you sell, but of what you are. I know that to build a personal brand, what you have to do is to have a global presence in some social media platforms. For example, one of which could be perfectly starting your own YouTube channel. This doesn't completely mean becoming a content creator, a full-time content creator that you have to upload a lot of videos so that the quality of them have to be extremely good. It means it doesn't mean the opposite, but you can start from scratch just having your own YouTube channel and uploading 1 video weekly, 2 or 3 videos monthly, and with that would be a good amount to just start. And there you can upload any type of content that you really want. But in this case, as we are talking about game development, you can create content about how you can create different type of games. For example, different tricks and tips on game development. For example, different tools that will make you more productive. For example, some extensions for Visual Studio Code. Then some differences between different pieces of software. For example, differences between Unity, Godot, and Unreal. And then basically start uploading content, and you will eventually get into the swing of, for example, taking a look at what other creators are doing, twisting it and uploading it to your own channel. So the main idea here is that you start uploading some kind of content, and then you will eventually get into the swing, because the more content that you upload, the more idea you will have about what content works, what content doesn't, and you will get a better idea of how actually creating a personal brand works. And then the good thing about the personal brand is that you will have two main income sources again. First of all, the ads revenue that you will have from platforms such as YouTube that will pay you for every ad that is played for your audience. And also you will have the income source of the services or products that you also sell. For example, let's say that you're a game developer, you upload courses on YouTube, but let's say that also on the other hand, you have your own platform where you sell your own courses, okay? And basically there in your videos, you tell your audience that you have this platform and you sell there your own courses. And well, as you already have built your own community and audience, and they trust in you, they are actually quite more willing to buy your services, or actually in this case your products. But also, for example, if there are some times that actually companies look in YouTube for their positions. So again, if you're a game developer, for example, in Unity, and there is some company that is looking for Unity game developer, maybe they encounter your own profile in YouTube. Finally, also you can showcase that you are building your own personal brand, that you are a YouTuber, that you are a content creator in your CV, in your portfolio, in your profile, literally anywhere, because it will really make you stand out from the crowd, because there aren't a lot of game developers that actually take advantage of this. So if, for example, they have candidates A, B, and you are C, and the three of you have the exact same skills, but you as candidate C are also a content creator, this is a factor that will actually have a huge influence on your job applications. Also, this is because a lot of game developers are quite shy to speak in camera, but if you actually are able to overcome that shyness and show off to your audience and start talking in camera, that will actually make you stand out from the crowd. Number 3, coursing structure. In this point, I specifically want to be talking about dedicating completely to creating courses. Even though you can of course create your own courses and sell them with your personal brand, in this point I specifically want to talk about the fact that you start creating courses for some kind of platform, and that you start getting paid either by each course that you create, or that you publish your courses in your own, and of course every time that somebody purchases your course you will receive that money. In order to do that, there are plenty of platforms that you can use for this. For example, one of that is Udemy, that you probably know. But of course, if you just start investigating on your own, you just look for platforms to publish courses, literally that's on any browser, you will get quickly a lot of interesting results about different platforms where you can upload your own courses. And for every purchase that somebody does, of course, you will get money. So basically, you will create the product once, you will record, edit, and publish the course once, and there possibly you will start getting your own audience that will start buying your courses. And also this can be a way of building also your personal brand, because if, for example, you create your own profile about coursing structure and you teach your courses in different platforms, they know that when they see your name as the course instructor, they are actually more willing to buy that course because you are there. That is the magic of a personal brand. 4. Assets. As game developers, we do have some kind of knowledge about how to build games, probably. Actually, about how to create the assets that are then used in our games. So actually that skill can actually be sold directly to a company that needs a graphic designer, for example, somebody that creates the assets for the game, or directly you can sell asset packages. There are again a lot of platforms where you can sell your own assets and you can just research in your own about that. But a platform where you can probably start at, it's called itch.io, itch.io. And there are lots of asset packages that are being sold every time. These packages always contain, they have one main topic. For example, let's say that it is a Christmas asset pack, and there they have, a lot of platforms, a character, some collectible object, etc. So again, quite similar to the courses, you build the asset pack once and then it will sell on its own. Once again, this can even have a better result if you combine this, have your own personal brand, if you have your own YouTube channel, if you establish yourself as a leading content creator and course instructor. But also, you don't really need YouTube or anything like that to just sell your assets, because there are lots of platforms that actually will help you sell your assets on its own. And assets are something that are used literally all the time in every game. For every person that wants to get into game development, they probably aren't gonna use original assets that they made themselves. They are gonna either buy or download some free assets. So you can even just, I don't know, in your profile have 2-3 free asset packs, and then you publish other 2 or 3 asset packs that are paid, so that people, for example, will download one asset pack from the one that is free, and when they see that they have high quality, they will realize that you are a good artist and are more willing to then buy your paid asset packs. So as you can see, most of these steps are quite similar from each other. Most of them are related to selling some kind of service online, selling some kind of product online. So I would say that is the key here on passive income, that you have your own audience, your own community to which you can sell then your own products and services, because they will actually sell on its own. As I told you, if you become a course instructor, you publish the course once and it will be bought more than once. So that is here the key of passive income, by having your community, building trust on them so that they are actually more willing to buy your different products and services. This is the end of the video. If you really enjoyed it, please let me know in the comments down below, and also subscribe for the channel for more similar content. I hope we can see each other on the following video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.